Chocs and Chocettes in between, Chocolate here for another video review. It's the Ferrero Rocher Golden Eggs Creamy Hazelnut Experience, but the dark chocolate ones, yeah. So look at that. So they do a white chocolate and milk chocolate versions. Just reviewed the milk chocolate ones. Got the white ones to do. So yeah, check those out after you watch this one. Yeah, I'm sure they're a lot of interest to you. So yeah, definitely ones for Ferrero Rocher fans, I would say. Look pretty interesting. It's following the same format of the bars they released for Ferrero Rocher. So you can see there's a white one, dark one, and a regular one. So, you know, yeah. And why not? Makes sense. Look very interesting now, as I say, don't they? They do look very nice. So, so what's there to say about them? Well, let's have a look on the back. What does it say? It says dark chocolate covered eggs with a hazelnut and cocoa filling. So I might have guessed that. So ingredients: dark chocolate 60%, hazelnut 7%. Does it have any palm oil in? Might not, because it's dark chocolate. Can't see any. Dark chocolate contains cocoa solids 51% minimum. So the milk chocolate ones are 41%, obviously with milk. So a pretty good dark chocolate. I think dark chocolate for me, I tend to like between, I think below 60%. I think is ideal for me. Maybe below 50 is perfect. But so yes, it's a good range of dark chocolate for me. Now, I can't see any palm oil in there. Oh, yes, there is. Yeah, there is palm oil. There we go. Palm oil. All right. There we go. And it's a typical size per 100 grams. 569 calories, so well above the 500 to 550 that chocolate bars tend to have from my experience reviewing chocolate on this channel. 38.1 grams of fat, 20.5 of which are saturates. There we go. It's a 90 gram pack. On a cool dry place. Right, a luxurious creamy hazelnut filling with hazelnut and crispy wafer pieces surrounded by a fine dark chocolate shell creates a unique Ferrero Rocher taste experience. There we go. So you might have noticed, or at least perhaps maybe picked up on the fact that it doesn't have a whole hazelnut in here. So is it really a Ferrero Rocher or a Ferrero Rocher experience if it doesn't have a whole hazelnut in? I would say probably not really. So I think Ferrero Rocher fans might be disappointed with this. It does have chopped hazelnuts in, of course, but yeah. I feel like the difference between this one and the others is just the outside as well. I did try the milk chocolate ones. It's just the outside that's dark chocolate, and you can see it's hinted at here, whereas the inside of the white chocolate one still has this sort of like cocoa filling, or the same cocoa filling as the dark chocolate one. So, so it's like it's just the outside basically. It's different. Now, I was speculating when reviewing the other ones why these are not just mini Ferrero Rochers and why they're labelled as sort of golden eggs. For Easter presumably. Why not just make them mini Ferrero Rochers and sell them the whole year round? Because they are kind of stylised on Ferrero Rochers, as you can see there, although not quite right because the portions aren't right, because they tried to make it a bit egg shaped. But just make them a bit smaller, look in the proportion of a Ferrero Rocher, and have a couple more in the pack or something. Still make it 90 grams basically. Yeah, so a bit of a strange one, that one. You can see as well just how empty it is. You can see if I turn it upside down, there's nothing there at all in that clear window. It's a bit poor, that, isn't it? You know what I mean? Obviously there's crimps as well at the top and bottom, so they make it even smaller because there's nothing that could physically get in there. It's sealed together. So yeah, so I'm definitely not as packed as you'd hope. I did want the milk chocolate one had 10 in, so this one should have 10 as well, I believe. You'd imagine. If it doesn't, there's some problems, and I think it should weigh the same for 10. So yeah, But let's find out. Let's give them an open, shall we? Let's do it. Okay, everyone, I'm going to give these Ferrero Rocher Golden Eggs dark chocolate golden eggs. Ferrero Rocher dark chocolate Ferrero Rocher golden eggs. Golden eggs Ferrero Rocher dark. I don't know. However you want to say it, that's what we're going to open. Creamy hazelnut experience. There we go. Yeah. So give these an opener. So as we said before, a bit of empty space at the top there. You can see and crimps as well. But yeah, let's give them a bit of an opener. So time recording, I've done about 1,000 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. I've never opened these very well. It doesn't seem to open like that. So yes, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, as I say. And here in the top right corner, I've got links to post all my other reviews for some related ones, such as Ferrero Rocher ones, other dark chocolate ones, other mini egg ones, other Easter ones, things like that. So after you've clicked the like button and subscribed, go check those out. Hope you enjoy those too. I'm expecting 10. Just look to be 10 as well. Which is good. Quite expensive, these ones. About £3 odd, I think. I only found them in Co-op, so thanks to Andrew Winton for putting me onto these ones. You can see here, they do have quite a nice look to them. They do look, the proportions are not quite right for Ferrero Rocher. It does look it's sort of elongated, but it's meant to be a mini egg, so there we go. So I guess that's why. But you can see it looks pretty good. If you saw these at a distance, they definitely would attract the attention. And you might think, maybe not with this one specifically because it's a dark chocolate Ferrero Rocher, but obviously up close you can see it says Ferrero Rocher on it. But I think they would look good, these ones. I think they're wrapped in a nice way. This is, you know, where I guess the extra money goes when you pay for these things in sort of little details like this, just the wrapping not being just a bit boring and actually looking quite good. So yeah. All right, so let's move the others away. I don't think we need the others in for the moment. No, but as I say, looks pretty good. But yeah, a bit lopsided actually, but not too bad. All right, let's give it a bit of an open and let's have a see what it looks like inside. Now it will probably look a bit like asparagus, like the milk chocolate one did. I think like it's a bit of an odd one, and it does. And you can see there, it looks like a sprig of asparagus, obviously in a paper cup. But I like the way it's stylized. Why they're not just mini Ferrero Rochers and why they're sort of centered around Easter, I don't know. I mean, I realise obviously they might just be releasing them for Easter, but they could do it all year round and just do it as mini Ferrero Rochers. Seems a bit of a missed opportunity there. Obviously, I guess it's cashing in on Easter, but even so, well, they look okay, but a bit out of proportion, as I say, because they're trying to be like a mini egg. But again, because they've got the small at the bottom, they're the flat bottom. Why not just make them mini Ferrero Rochers? You know what I mean? It just seems, I don't know. I guess they could change the packaging and things, but you can see, you know, need to make them mini Ferrero Rochers, whatever. But it just seems a bit of a strange one that they've done that. You know, I'm sure they could even just have called them. Well, I don't know. It just seems an odd one. They're not really particularly egg shaped. They've got a base to stand, as I say, which it does stand, which is good. But yeah, could easily put them out like that, maybe, if you wanted to. But I think it's lost on the fact they don't have a mini cup like a Ferrero Rocher does. So yeah, but yeah, I think the design. Well, basically what I'm saying is it wouldn't look as good like that than it does out of the wrapper, I don't think. Okay, let's give it a bit of a measure then. Will be pretty much the same size as the milk chocolate ones, but obviously you might not have seen that review. Might be a couple of millimetre disparity, but about 3.2 in height. Width at the centre, roughly 2.2. Okay. All right. Well, let's give it a chop in half then, shall we? Let's see down the seam. That's going to be where any joins gappage is going to be. Okay, but doesn't seem to be any particularly. You can see it's a nice runny centre as well. That's very nice indeed, isn't it? Chopped hazelnuts. You can see the centre isn't dark chocolate either. It's just the same centre as the milk chocolate one. It's only the outside that's dark chocolate, which I think is a bit disappointing, really. But, you know, maybe that's fine. Maybe that's what you're expecting. I'm not sure. But you can definitely see that the centre is yeah, nice and runny. Yeah. There's no gappage as well. And again, that might be where your extra money goes. You know, there's no gaps in the middle that I could see. You know, in other chocolate products where they've done these mini eggs and sealed them together in two halves or two sections, there's usually a gap in the bits that they seal it with. There's none in this. So again, that might be where, you know, the extra money goes, making sure it's completely filled. So yeah, something to bear in mind that. So yeah, so something to bear in mind that. But yeah, I think the other thing to notice as well, clearly, I mean, you know, there's no whole hazelnut in here in the sense that you could argue there might be one hidden underneath somewhere. But there isn't, you know, there's just no whole hazelnut in these. So a bit disappointed for Ferrero Rocher fans, I think you'd say, because I think that will be, I think that's definitely the hallmark of a Ferrero Rocher as well as the rest of it, you know. So, But all right, let's lift myself up, give them a taste. It looks very nice. Does it taste as nice as it looks? Let's find out. Let's give it a taste. Okay, then everyone, going to give these Ferrero Rocher Golden Eggs dark, or Ferrero Rocher Dark Chocolate Golden Eggs, or however you want to describe them. Going to give those a taste. Yes, very excited for these ones, very excited indeed. We got one we chopped in half earlier, but you know, we'll open one from scratch to get the whole experience. So here we go. So let's do it. Let's yes, they should be quite easy to unwrap. Quite easy to unwrap actually, relatively. All right, so here we go. The other one had a bit of a concave, well, a sticky outy bottom, but this one's got an innie, I guess you'd say. Makes it easy to stand, I guess, but you perhaps get less chocolate, but there we go. But let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Dark chocolate's very subtle. Interesting. I don't feel like I'm getting much of a dark chocolate experience from this. I'm getting like a I guess it is kind of there, and as time went on, I definitely felt tasted more of it. But yeah, I'm quite a fan of dark chocolate. You know, it has its place. I do like milk chocolate generally more, but I do like dark chocolate as well. I mean, this one just didn't seem to complement the product very well. I felt a bit like I'm getting the dark chocolate taste now, but when I first tasted it, it just seemed to be a bit of nothing. I don't know, it seemed to work against the creamy centre really. Tone it down a bit. Give it another go. Interesting. Yeah. The centre base is quite creamy, quite sweet. A nice crunch in the middle, but I think the dark chocolate seems to just take away from it. I feel like the regular ones were very nice, very interesting, had a well balanced proportion to them in regards to the different sort of textures and tastes. Whereas this one, I don't know, it seems to just detract from the experience somewhat. It definitely seems a lot drier, a lot less intense, a lot less interesting. Yeah, very strange one really. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying. Let's say try the top again. Or the top. Lots of crunch there. I like that. No whole hazelnut, as I mentioned before. No, all the sections earlier. But so I might be disappointed for Ferrero Rocher fans. I feel like this one is very. It just comes across as a bit. I don't know. Not really one thing or another. I feel like it's. I feel like it's okay. I feel like the dark chocolate though just detracts a bit from the product. I don't feel like I'm getting a sort of a dark chocolate experience. I feel like I'm getting something that's not really designed around dark chocolate with dark chocolate in it as well. Because the centre, as I say, is quite sweet, and I don't feel like you might think, oh, the juxtaposition, between the two, between the centre and the dark chocolate on the outside might be quite interesting, but they seem to cancel each other out, which is a weird one. I don't feel like I'm really getting the dark chocolate. I don't feel like I'm getting a sweet, creamy centre. I feel like I'm just not really getting either of them, So it's a bit of a funny one. So not as good basically as the regular ones, I don't think. And I feel like Ferrero Rocher fans again might be a bit disappointed by the fact there's no whole hazelnut. I know there is some dark chocolate Ferrero Rochers out there. Usually they're sort of in selections rather than sold a bit more readily than the milk chocolate ones, the regular ones. And those other Ferrero Rocher dark chocolate pods I've had, I think in the selections, seem to be quite nice, and I thought they were quite interesting. But in this case, I feel like it's just not proportioned quite right, for me at least anyway. Yeah, so I think it's just a bit disappointing. And I feel like Ferrero Rocher fans, might be disappointed as well by the fact there's no whole hazelnut. I think that's the missing thing for them. For me it's better, I think. That's the one bit I don't like of Ferrero Rocher. It's the bit, like with a lot of these, like the purple one and from Quality Street and the equivalent in roses. I always sort of basically spit out the whole hazelnut. I'm just not. I'm not a fan of those. Put them back in the wrapper, basically. Disgusting as it sounds, but so for me, it definitely is a bonus. But I feel like it's got to be said that I imagine Ferrero Rocher fans would really be expecting whole hazelnut in here. Now there is chopped hazelnuts in, and they do taste quite nice, a nice crunch, but they don't taste very hazelnutty really, which is probably why I can tolerate a Ferrero Rocher without the whole hazelnut, because the chopped hazelnuts don't really taste of chopped hazelnuts. They taste just like crunchy bits. And that's fine. I mean, obviously, every now and again you can tell to an extent that there's chopped hazelnuts, but you know what I mean? They don't taste that much of hazelnut. So it's a bit of a funny one. I feel like it's just not quite working on a few different levels here. It's still a nice product, though. It still is tasty. It's still got a nice set of textures and tastes, but I feel like it just works against itself in as far as delivering those experiences in a way that it really should have been able to. I feel like it's just not well proportioned really. It just doesn't quite work right together. And I feel like it's just the fact that there's perhaps too much cream for the dark chocolate, or not enough dark chocolate for the cream, or what I mean, something like that along those lines really. It's just not quite right, but it's still nice, but it's not the experience I think you'd be after really, and it's not quite, as I say, well balanced well enough really. So I think for me this one, I think it's a 3.5 out of 5. Not as good as the regular one, but it's still nice. And I feel like as well, missing that whole hazelnut might be disappointing for Ferrero Rocher purists as well. I think if that was there, they'd probably up it to a 4, but yeah. Okay, so if you enjoyed that review, click on one of the videos that's been on the screen now. Great to support my channel by continuing to watch my content. Leave a like, leave a comment. Always great to hear from you. Always doing best to reply. Check out the YouTube Mode program and Discord server. Links are in the description. And have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.